Why are you still broke? 10 hard truths you need to hear. Stop spending your time envying the rich and take a few minutes to read this. It might just explain why you're stuck in a rut. Everything happens for a reason, and if you're not learning from your mistakes, you're doomed to stay broke. Let's dive into some tough love, shall we? 1. The computer and the courage test. A guy really wanted a high-end computer that cost $3,000, but his monthly salary was only $600. His wife said, "Are you crazy? If you buy that, we're getting a divorce." He asked me for advice. I told him, "You're not worthy of that computer. If you don't even have the guts to go after what you want, what else are you going to accomplish in life?" He took the plunge and bought the computer. To pay it off, he took on extra work. Within a month, he paid off the debt. And guess what? His wife didn't divorce him. Later, she took him to a car dealership and said, "Honey, let's get a loan and buy a BMW." He was shocked, thinking she'd lost her mind. A year later, he paid off the BMW loan. Lesson: if you lack the courage to pursue your desires, you're setting yourself up for failure. 2. The lazy horse. Two horses were pulling carts. One was diligent, while the other was lazy, constantly stopping to graze. The owner, noticing this, shifted all the goods from the lazy horse's cart to the diligent horse's cart. The lazy horse chuckled, "Ha! The harder you work, the more you get burdened." Later, the owner thought, "One horse is enough to pull the cart. Why am I feeding two?" Lesson: if others can easily replace you, you're not far from being kicked to the curb. 3. The two noodle stalls. There were two noodle stalls, side by side, in a night market, with similar setups. A year later, stall A's owner bought a house, while stall B's owner was still struggling. Why? Stall B's noodles were good, but piping hot, taking customers 15 minutes to eat. Stall A, however, cooled the noodles in cold water for 30 seconds before serving, making them perfect for immediate consumption. Lesson: time is money. Save your customers time, and you'll make money faster. 4. Mandela's forgiveness. Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for 27 years and endured horrific treatment. When he became president, he invited 3 of his former jailers to his inauguration. Everyone was stunned. Mandela said, "When I walked out of my cell towards the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew that if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison." Lesson: forgiving others is, in fact, liberating yourself. 5. The farmer's fear. Someone asked a farmer, "Did you plant wheat?" The farmer replied, "No, I was afraid it wouldn't rain." "Did you plant cotton?" "No, I was afraid of insects eating the cotton." "Then, what did you plant?" The answer to this is very familiar. Nothing. I wanted to ensure my safety. Lesson: if you're unwilling to invest effort and take risks, you'll achieve nothing. 6. The umbrella, the crutch, and the empty hands. 3 people went out. One carried an umbrella, one a crutch, and one nothing. When they returned, the one with the umbrella was soaked, the one with the crutch was injured, and the one with nothing was fine. Why? When it rained, the umbrella carrier walked boldly but got drenched. On the muddy path, the crutch carrier walked carelessly and fell repeatedly. The person with nothing took shelter from the rain and walked carefully on the muddy path, arriving unscathed. Lesson: sometimes, our strengths, not our weaknesses, are our downfall. 7. The crow and the pigeon. A crow, while flying, met a homing pigeon. The pigeon asked, "Where are you going?" The crow said, "Actually, I don't want to leave, but everyone hates my cawing, so I have to go." The pigeon replied, "It's useless. If you don't change your caw, you won't be welcomed anywhere." Lesson: if you want things to get better, start by changing yourself. 8. The three sons. A family had 3 sons. They grew up witnessing their parents constantly fighting, and their mother was often bruised. The eldest son thought, "My poor mother, I'll be good to my wife in the future." The second son thought, "Marriage is meaningless. I'll never get married." The youngest son thought, "So, husbands can beat their wives like this." Lesson: similar environments but different mindsets lead to vastly different lives. 9. The wild boar and the horse. A wild boar and a horse grazed together. The boar often caused trouble, trampling the grass and muddying the water. The horse, furious and seeking revenge, asked a hunter for help. The hunter agreed, but only if the horse let him ride it. The hunter rode the horse, killed the boar, and then tied the horse to a stable, taking away its freedom. Lesson: being unable to forgive easily can bring you more unhappiness. 10. The bicycle, the car, the train, and the plane. A person on a bicycle can travel 10 kilometers in an hour. A person in a car can travel 100 kilometers in an hour. A person on a high-speed train can travel 300 kilometers in an hour while napping. A person on a plane can travel 1,000 kilometers in an hour while enjoying a meal. Lesson: the same effort yields vastly different results depending on the platform you choose. The real difference. Rich people often understand why they are rich, while poor people fail to recognize the reasons for their poverty and simply envy the wealthy. This is a mistake. We should first understand ourselves and learn from the wealthy. Stop envying and start learning. Analyze your weaknesses, identify your strengths, and choose the right vehicle to propel you forward. It's not about luck. It's about making smart choices and putting in the work.